Good.
This is such a fun event, right? Like, I'm going to spend more time here. I have some trusty notes because we also went out drinking around the city last night, so my brain isn't working as sharply as it normally does. Anyways, we're here to talk about the opposite of AI. Sorry, I know that's on everyone's lips, but the idea of sort of the intersection of brand and events. You guys at Team One have been longtime partners of Lexus, right? So you've had sort of a front row seat to, how the brand shows up in culture. From your perspective, how has that approach evolved from traditional sponsorships into something more like a partnership ecosystem?
Over time, our approach to sponsorships has transformed. When you really look at off-the-shelf programs and partnerships, it's very transactional. It's how can you put a logo or a sign and show up just in an environment connected with culture. And what we've really tried to transform to is how to support the culture that has a shared ethos with Lexus and our brand. And so what we're looking for is to support the communities and their actual interests and niche interests in very unique and small ways that connect directly with them. And so we have transitioned to more of supporting the culture that shares the values with Lexus.
Makes sense. I mean, I was talking to them before I went to one of the food and wine things in Miami recently. And it's funny, like a lot of the brands really get it right? But then there's some that you can just tell just like slap their logo on it. It doesn't feel authentic. I know that authenticity and really making sense is core to you guys. So what makes a partnership feel authentic and credible rather than just like another brand presence, slapping a logo, et cetera?
I don't think this... Oh, it's working now. Okay, great. For me, I think a great moment is designed to garner attention, but a great partnership really is designed to earn permission to come back. When I think about what makes something authentic and credible, I think about evaluating the partnership through 3 different things. I always look for these things. The first one, is this an idea that the brand actually really wants to be known for? Not just this year, but for years to come. A second thing that I often think about when I'm evaluating a partnership or a sponsorship, I think about, is there shared mutual beneficial value, not just brand exposure, but shared growth in like target audience or content ecosystems or media amplification. It's not how you do it. It's not why you do it, but it's how you do it.
Right. And I know culinary is important to you guys, right?
Very.
Is that one of your more, like, can you say your favorite partnership? I guess you like all of them,
you
right?
You can't ask for favorites.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What do you like which one is most fun to talk about?
I would say wellness and culinary. I could talk for days about both of those categories. Like who can't, right? We eat and drink normally in our day-to-day lives, and we all work out. We all try to live the best lives that we can. So those are my 2 most favorite things to talk about.
I think I totally get it. And to sort of expand on that, I was actually at another conference last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was an AI conference. And basically what we kind of came to the conclusion of is that events and branding becomes more important as AI sort of explodes, right? It's like let AI do some of the, optimizations and things like that, but events like this are become, more like center to our world. And we had an AI expert, if that's even a real thing, but come and talk to us, and he said, let AI allows us to be more human, right? More human and connected. With that being said, how do these events go further than traditional media? Like, how do you actually, bring people in?
Yeah, I think live events they're really, really special. A live event is a shared experience. So consumers are on site and they're wanting to interact personally with the brand. It's our chance to allow them to see, touch, feel, and experience the real thing. And when you can do that right, you really change people's minds. You leave a lasting impression. You create a lifetime of memory. And that's way, way more powerful than just, traditional advertising can do alone.
All right. So then, as everyone in this room knows, then you have to scale it, right? So you have these events, and then you have to scale it, and then you have to use more of the traditional advertising to do that. How do you guys go about that? Do you guys work together and you say, here's an event, and then how are we going to scale it and bring it broadly to the masses?
Yeah, that's what's so great about working with a team that specializes in experiences and an experiential team alongside a media team, which is something really unique to our group because you have such specialized expertise in running an in real life experience that creates those really special moments. The Japanese term omotenashi is something that we use for Lexus, and omotenashi is a term that means like really anticipating the needs of your guest. And when you're able to create an event that anticipates those guests' needs without them even realizing that you were going to be there to do that for them, we as a media team are able to come in and find those special experiences and what makes that event really unique. And it's about using creators to come in and tell that story in a way where media, online media, video, it's not going to flatten that experience, but it's really going to amplify that experience. So using the communities, using the creators, and finding those right social moments to tell what was so exciting about that experience and event in a large scale way is really what makes it special.
Yeah, so it's about like not just reaching the audience, it's about building the community sort of surrounding it. Are there any examples that you've done recently that you're really proud of in a surround sound kind of way?
I mean, we have found some really unique audiences that are unexpected. Obviously, working for a brand like Lexus, you're going to expect Lexus to show up in ways that are luxury and elevated. But we've also found through our audience insights that our audience has very niche and unique interests, and they're attending things like lacrosse. And they're attending things like World Surf League. And those are not your mainstream sponsorships or sports or in real life events where you would expect to find a mass audience. But I think it's even more impactful because it means so much to the people that are there, and it has a shared ethos with the brand.
How did you find some of those? Like who came up with the surf idea, for example?
It's just by going out and finding your audience and meeting them where they are. And if you are there and you go to the events and you experience it and you see what's happening and the connections that are being made, then you know that that's going to be valuable for your brand to be able to connect with them and support that experience.
Yeah, it makes total sense. What's your longest partnership so far? And I know that creating these long-standing partnerships are really important, right? Yeah.
I would say our 20-year-long relationship with Food and Wine. I think a lot of people, when they think about these long-term partnerships, they think, oh, you guys have massive budgets, or magically it's just the perfect brand fit. But really, it comes down to having really, really good partners who trust you and who allow you to evolve over time. Our in-real-life experiences have really changed over the years, and we've not lost the soul of it because our purpose always remains clear and genuine. So I think, yeah, those long-term partnerships are just about trusting your partners, about having dialogue, difficult dialogues, but obviously productively.
And finding partners that want to work with us.
Totally, yeah.
And it's not just about, they're a great brand or a great media publication or a great platform, but if you can find the people who have a passion about working with your brand and really creating something that's unique and custom and hasn't been done 100 times before, then you're going to keep coming back to that partnership and that relationship to create something new.
Right. So you want to create these long-standing partnerships like Food and Wine. You can build off of it. You don't want to just be chasing the next cultural thing, right? But how do you do the testing too? Like, are there any, like, do you have a test budget too? So anyone in the audience that wants to come pitch you, like, who do you want to hear from? Like, what kind of event or sort of, even, marketing partner do you want to work with?
I am looking for partners that really have taken the time to understand our brand and the core tenets that are important to Lexus. And so those are, for Lexus, Japanese tenets of omotenashi, which is that anticipated hospitality, and a idea known as Kaizen. And Kaizen is improving your process continually and consistently. And so once you've created a partnership like Food and Wine, which we've done for almost 20 years, this year will be the 20th, then being able to come back right after the event and really break it down and say, you know what, these are the elements that worked. This was exciting. This was surprising. How are we going to do this different and then in a new way next year?
Yeah, makes total sense. Are there any partnerships you did that you didn't love?
I think we all learn something from every partnership that we work through.
Politically correct answer.
I know, right? Thank you.
Correct answer.
I think, it's in one of the more important disciplines within partnership work is really not chasing the most relevant cultural moment because it's not always relevant for the brand. It's really, when it comes down to decision making, it's restraint. There's so many times that I want to double down on the number of partnerships that I do or double down on the number of activations that I do, but it's really about restraint and doing less is more. And what I mean is protecting the brand's clarity of presence on site and making sure every relationship, every partnership has a role and is telling something very authentic and original.
Do you build out your events calendar in the beginning of the year? Or can you add things on as the year goes on? What's sort of the process?
Both.
Yeah.
Both? Yeah. And like if you find more money or whatever else.
Exactly, yeah.
Here's another question, and this isn't even one we talked about. Does the brand ever what happens if the brand comes to you with an idea that you think is bad?
So that's the
Tricky.
finesse
Yes.
in the partnership,
Right.
right? That's what makes it a partnership. I think it's really important. You mentioned the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, or of just a brand in general, is having what we call a partnership framework. And so it's doing the diligence to build out a filter through which we're going to run every consideration, right? So what are the brand tenets? What are the brand ethos? What is the objective that we're looking to gain through these types of partnerships, sponsorships, and events, and then scale them nationally? And if you can easily run it through those traps, and then it still sounds exciting at the end of the day, then you know that that's something you want to investigate more.
That makes sense. Are you guys doing anything for World Cup? Like, are you excited? What is there anything massive that's coming up that you're doing that you can share with us?
I'm thinking World Cup is coming to Dallas. It's coming to Texas. So
I know.
that is exciting.
Well, raise your hand if you're going to World Cup. Every human is. You already have tickets? Raise your hand if you already have tickets. Oh, you already have tickets. Lottery system? Yeah. In Austin? In Dallas? Wow. I don't have tickets yet. I got to get on that shit. Yeah, so you're not doing anything for World Cup, or you don't know yet? Or you can't share yet?
I think our team is not doing anything specific.
Yeah.
The brand will definitely be there.
Like have activation surrounding it. That's another good question. That's actually, let me do another question. Yeah, how do you guys ever show up not officially, but on surround sound, right?
Yeah.
And how does that look? Like, do you have an example of like a surround sound sort of moment?
I mean, find a good art show, create something that's sculpturally amazing, and park it outside. Yes, those types of things do happen.
Okay, that's smart. You guys are awesome. Do we have any questions for these two lovely ladies?
Come on. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you guys already talk about quantifying ROI? The best you can do to quantify ROI? Did you already talk about that and I missed it? No. Okay. Could you
All
talk
right,
about
that was a good
question. The perennial question.
know.
All right,
Did I just
ROI.
party poop? I just party pooped.
It's an acceptable question. We're the math people. We're the numbers people of the agency,
True.
right? And so it's something that's actually, I think, the most difficult to quantify is what we do and the events. And how did the people who attended our event help actually earn impressions for our sponsorship? And so we have built out something we call the Brand Love Framework.
Brand love framework.
Brand Love.
Love that.
We create love at the end of the day. And it is a combination of how many creators did we able to incorporate in the community at the event that was taking place. And it's really relying on those creators to help spread the word within their community. And the research shows us that people today in a post-COVID world are not really looking to the traditional celebrity that used to be so easy to bring into events in order to gain mass impressions.
Don't tell Matthew McConaughey that.
Oh my gosh. But people really today are looking for the creators that are in their community and have that shared experience and understanding. And so it's so important. We work really hard to invite the right community and creators to our events because ultimately those earned impressions are going to outweigh the paid scale.
I actually have a question on that. When it comes to, and I don't even know if you know or if you can share, but when it comes to working with the creators, are you starting to expand the contracts so you can share it outside of social? Because at Kargo, we have, I'm sure a lot of people in this room have that situation too, where we always want to help our brands bring this content outside of the walls of social. And a lot of times the contract doesn't allow it, right? So we want to bring it to CTV or to the open web. I don't know.
So that's actually why these types of events take so much more effort to create. At the end of the day, purchasing media becomes like a simple task. And in fact, going through the contracts and working with all these individuals, are you a mega influencer or are you a medium tier creator, and understanding what kind of audiences they can help bring to our experiences takes a lot of effort, a lot of paperwork. We're very close friends with the legal department.
Oh, I'm sure. Don't even.
And so that type of work will really make or break the scaling of an event, because it's
for sure. And we're just seeing that more and more. I mean, just like the idea of expanding some of these contracts, because it can get pretty narrow in the scope that you can use. Yeah.
Great question.
Liz has a question.
About long-term partnerships.
Okay, say that again?
What's one question brands should be asking their agencies but usually don't about long-term partnerships?
Oh, good.
Good question.
That's a good question, girl.
I think that they should be asking, do they really want to work with us? Because if they don't have the teams and the skill sets and the people that really have the enthusiasm to develop something that's custom, because like I said, it's so much more effort and energy than a typical media placement, then we're not going to, at the end of the day, create a unique experience for communities.
Yeah, same. It's going back to the people behind the partnership. Are they curious? Are they wanting to change things up? Are they willing to evolve? Are they willing to debate productively? Like, it's all about the people, and they forget to ask about the people because they're so focused on the brands.
Do you hire outside of Team One to help you with these events? Like, do you hire sometimes?
Sometimes like fabricators.
Yeah.
But Team One
does the whole thing.
Full service, yeah.
Yeah. Same with Kargo. We never hire outside. If our events team was here, they'd cry about it. Any other questions? All right. Thanks, y'all. This was fun.
You.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.